Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 35 of Galactic Science, a mud pack by Caitlin. So in the last episode my voice was dying and I wasn't feeling very well, which is why I took the time to make a time lapse so that at least things would progress forward. I made a much bigger tree farm, but there's one small issue. I made 3 wither upgrade thinking that it would just add times 10, but nope, it's 1 per. So I have 2 extra wither upgrade for no reason. At least I have 8 nether star to be able to continue the next step of the solar panel. Let's go downstairs to look at the mob farm, but not at the mob farm, at the automation. But before we do that, I also wanted to show you that I finished enclosing the mob farm with a nice dark glass ceiling. Some of my dirt is gone though. And I think mob can fall through, so I better go and replace that ASAP. Basically, what happened is that since I did that during the day, there ended up being a lot of sun and the dirt start taking fire. So let's go downstairs. We have one that we need to close ASAP because mob can fall through right here. Perfect. And there are a couple others around, I believe. Oh, I can't see them from here. So can I get to them by doing a lip all around? Hopefully I can because I'd like to fix all of the holes. And you know what? I think I can't because I think that the holes are basically, yeah, they're basically here, like where the roof of the structure is. So I would have to do that from the outside. I'm not going to worry about that right now because there are so many other things that I should worry about. I was getting an issue with the mob drops. If you can see up here, this is too high and it's not catching all of the mob drop. So I had to put one down here to be able to catch the mob drop from the bottom. But it's not connected to anything, so this is going to get filled really fast. The other thing I did is I crafted a crazy more amount of speed upgrade because these chests were completely full. Like here's the example. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to balance this a bit more. I'm going to put 10 in here, and I'm going to add these 7 in here and bring that to 24, which means I'm still okay with power, but hopefully we'll get through this whole backflow of resource. The other thing I just want to check quickly, these are still emptying and these are still emptying, and another mob. So this mob obviously didn't come from my mob farm because one of the comments that you guys posted was that some mobs were falling through, which is making me think that I'm probably going to build a double wall around my mob farm just to make sure that this can never happen again. As for the mob that spawned here, well, there seems to be some mob that still spawn in here. I was sure that the uh, mega torch range was big enough to cover everything, but it seems to not be enough, and I might make a couple more. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I also made 2 more sub-level, which means we're getting closer to getting to the bottom floor where I want to get to. For one, placing another a torch, mega torch, because I don't want these mob there, and also to be able to set up the 0 point extractor that we never finished installing, and the RF entangler. For the mob farm, let's go back here and take a quick look. I automated the creation of sticks. So wait, basically, let me show you. I'm extracting from here for the wood. So the wood's coming into this one, but I'm not keeping any wood in here. Immediately, I'm taking an Ender IO conduit because of round robin, and I'm round robining into this chest and that chest. Why these two? Because one immediately gets transformed into plank, which immediately gets transformed into stick, and is trying to make sure that I'm always full. If you see, I'm at 168 stack of stick, and I'm at 249 axe. I had to stop the production of axe, and the reason for that, like I'm a bit sad about that. I want to show you something, so I'll go up higher. What was going on is that this filled with 256 axe, and whenever this right here runs out of axe, okay, when I need to have a new axe in it, what ends up happening is that 2 or 3 axe flow out of this and go up here. But this can only accept 1 axe because it won't place it in these 9 place. Even though I can take an axe and put it here, it won't put any here. And the problem with that is since this gets automatically filled with the next axe, there's no place for the axe to fly back down here. So it gets stuck in that extraction point and it blocks the whole system and then nothing can go through. So I think I might be able to fix that with a stock upgrade, but I'm not sure if a stock upgrade will work with the idea of 64 stick. I don't know if the stock upgrade is going to see that it's keeping 64 stick here, or that it's going to see that it's keeping one axe here. If that does work, it's perfect because it would resolve my problem. For the time being, I solved my problem by stopping the creation of axe because 249, I should be a couple of hours before I need some more. So I'm probably going to try that. Oh, too low. The other thing that I did in the last time lapse is I went to each of the planet because I wanted to see why I wasn't getting any resource. There's a visual glitch. Like, see, now I saw one, but sometimes you see nothing. And by seeing nothing in any of those, you're like, oh, I'm not getting any resource. Well, not necessarily. It all depends on the update cache and of the transfer. Maybe by the time this updates to show, it's already been grabbed by this. Because, see, I have plenty of resource still appearing in here. So, obviously, I don't really have that problem yet. When I went to each planet, what I saw though was that I have a problem with power. I really don't have enough power. My little lava flower power, it's just not enough for what we want to do. Oh, before I forget, I have some resource being cooked here because the overflow was so bad downstairs that I decided to try and give it a hand by bringing it here. But already I used a lot of gold and I already have a stack and a half of gold, 23 stacks of iron, like 108 stack of redstone. Like, I don't have a resource problem. I also stopped the enderman spawner because look at this, 16 stacks of ender pearl. So I'm pretty good for now. Let's take care of a quick quest. If we go into the more power quest, the next step is, and again, wow, is this even worth it? And it wants us to make a solar panel tier 4. And a solar panel tier 4 is made with a solar panel tier 3 and nether star all around, which is why when I crafted some for my wither upgrade, I made more to be able to complete that. So now the tier 4 generates 256 RF per tick and has a capacity of 4 million. Like, it's still not enough power generation, but we'll see how far it goes. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Let's take the right one for now. And it's a epic, so another builder's one. Okay, gonna show that with tools again. I already have a couple, like I have a super builder's one here, and that's the one, like, I don't really need that. Let's take a look at the next step that it opened though. So upgrade complete. Now it wants us to make a solar panel tier 5. Upgrade complete. Nah, just kidding. You got 2 more to go. Dope. So let's look what a solar panel tier 5 needs. Oh, R on that. And solar panel. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. It needs 8 poly tool. Not 1, not 2, 8. And these are 64 carbon nanotube, 4 stacks of carbon nanotube, which are 4 stacks of carbon. This is a crazy amount of carbon. And I took down my automated carbon creation. So I think I'm going to have to turn that back on pretty soon. So I'm just curious. They did say there were more tiers. So let's check the next tier. Once I have a level 5, stars of any type, 8 stars. Well, that's good to know. And the reason I say that is I don't intend of using massive tech as supermassive tech as a power generation. Like, the best stars really doesn't give a high enough RF output, which I think is a mistake. If I was to modify this pack, I would make so that these stars make a massive amount of power, like that they're the end all be all solution for power. But I didn't make that decision. So what's the so when we do create 1 star, since it's any type, we don't really care. I'm going to create at least 8 star to be able to do that next solar panel. And the last level is, oh no, okay, so that is the last level. So once we decide to get into making the oh my god, I can't complete a sentence. When we do decide to, more resource here. When we do decide to make that level of solar panel, then massive tech star, we're going to make 8 just to make sure that we are able to finish the solar panel quest. So let's take a quick look again at the other quest. In this line, there's really nothing more that I can do. I won't get the poly tool anytime soon, the 8 poly tool, so it's going to be a long-term goal. Which brings me to storage solution. So today I'd like to take care of the storage solution. The first one is the dimensional chest, and I didn't really make a list for it because you're going to see that it's fairly simple. The dimensional chest is basically one solid dimensional core surrounded by 8-dimensional wall. And the dimensional wall are basically 4 iron, 1 ender pearl, and 4 glowstone. And the solid dimensional core is 8 iron around the dimensional core, which is a diamond. Like you see, it's a very easy crafting recipe. If I take a stack of this, a stack of this, a stack of that, a stack of this, and 1 diamond, I should be able to craft that in one go. So let's make 1 dimensional core, let's make a solid dimensional core, and then let's make 8-dimensional wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now let's make the dimensional chest. And the only reason that was really a problem in the beginning was the 8 ender pearl. And now with the 16th stack, that's not a problem. So let's request that. For some reason in space, the abilities of the ender chest don't work, so we use black holes instead. You make a dimensional chest and it gives you another one and a reward bag or 2 copper chests. Definitely reward bag. So these basically work like ender chest. You put them down like this. And I think that there's like a way of coding them. I don't remember, but basically you open them, you put stuff in it, and it appears in the next one. And it has this cool little opening and closing animation. I just have to find out again how we can change the channel, because there was one way to change the channel. Let me just take a quick look. This is from dim storage. So at dim storage. And oh, that's it. Oh, that's so dumb. It's right here. You do this and then you can say public or private, and you can set a frequency. And instead of having color code, you just change the frequency and you can lock it or unlock it. So it's a really good tool, but where we would put those things, we're going to put dimensional transceivers. So we don't really need them, and we're probably never really going to use them. I just go downstairs quickly because I want to get rid of another mob and die. I want to get rid of the, oh, this guy's resistant. I want to get rid of my rocks, my moon rock right in here. Perfect. And I want to go put these resources into the processing chest that they belong to. So right here. And let's take another quick look at this. And yeah, so this is still not full. We're still good. I'm going to take the time just to take that out though. Let's go back upstairs and continue with the next thing. I don't remember what the black hole storage was, so let's take a look at that at the same time. Let's get rid of all these resources that we don't need, and let's open, oh, a legendary reward bag. 64 carbon nanotube. Well, considering what I have to make, I won't say no to that at all. Let's put that in here. And let's just look at the next step. The next step is the black hole storage. What was the black hole storage again? Black hole storage. Oh, it's because I need a star. So when I make 8 star, basically I want to make 9 star. So maybe it is time to start making the stars. The problem with the stars is that you need fire, you need an oxygen bubble, and you need it's going to create an explosion. And I don't want to damage my base, so probably going to set that at the lowest level of this base. Let me just switch my oxygen out quickly and put those back to recharge, like so. And let's look at this. So technically, I think that's the last quest at 87%. Yeah, 10 quests in total. No, sorry. 8 quests in total, 7 completed, 1 quest left. So basically, yeah, that's the last quest once we do the black hole storage. Which means we have to progress in star align. We made the charger, we made the heart of the star, we made all of the nether rack. what we need to make is a star harvester. So let's look into, can we create our star harvester? And we have 36 Pluto sapphires, so I'm going to say yes. And the Pluto sapphire, let's just do sapphire. It's 2p, I think. Yeah. You get the sapphire by smelting this, and I can do it in an alloy smelter. So let's put these 36 in the alloy smelter, because then I hope it's going to make 3 at a time. So let's put this in here, and we basically need 6. Because if you remember the way it works, it was 6 and 2 iron bars. So while we're waiting for these to cook, let's grab a stack from here and let's go make our 2 iron bars. I'm gonna throw that in here, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and let's craft 2 iron bar. Perfect. And let's hopefully see, we must have our 6 sapphire by now, 12, so we're good. Let's craft that right now. That's going to be another quest completed. Iron bar, yes. And let's look at the quest book. Been to Pluto? If you have been mining on Pluto for a bit, you should be able to build another star harvester. And this is going to give us a star container and a star and a reward bag. Left, right, left. Oh, let's take the left one this time. And the left one is a basic. So, yeah, spawn zombie. Who cares? Been there, done that. Well, there's a good thing about that, though. Let me show you the good thing. I have my star for my black hole, so let's look at the quality of this star. 80 RF per tick, 100 million RF. It is a good star, though. Let's just do one quick compare here. Let's grab the star from here. And this is a 25 million at 20 RF and 18 million left. So this one's much better. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this one in here and keep the old one that's no longer so useful. And we're going to use it to make our black hole storage. Black hole storage. Like so. So we need 6 blocks of iron and 2 iron bar. Perfect. I didn't think of that reward and that it would propel us in making our next step. So 2 iron bar like this. And let's grab a stack of iron. Oh, a stack of iron. Let's make our 6 iron block. Like so. And let's make our black hole storage now. Really? Is it any or is it specifically that one? Oh, it's any. Perfect. So like this and like that and this and these two. Like so. And a black hole storage. Reward bag. And on Earth we had deep storage units. In space we have black hole. So guess what? You can store your items in a black hole. It's perfectly safe, I promise. So the black hole storage, I'm going to put it down, but I'm going to go down. Was there a mob around? No. Okay. So let's go down. Let's go down another level right here. We're going to put it down here. I'm just going to make a small nook for it, and I'm going to put it down here. And the reason I'm doing that is it's annoying. It's really, really annoying. In the last playthrough, I used it for oxygen, but I got so fed up with it that at some point I removed it completely. So basically, you put it down like so, and now look, it's sucking things in. So let's say I want to put some moon rock in it, and oh God, I almost died. And look at this, look at this. Oh boy, that is. So now do you see how annoying this is? This is pulling me up, but not enough to actually bring me up. What do I do now? Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to break it. I basically didn't think about that part. Let me just do this. And let's go. Where am I stuck? And it's not bringing me up completely. So gravity well, yes. Old control for more info. Accept pipe. Input output from any side. Blah blah blah. Store 2 times 40. But I'm just stuck here. Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that if I break it, it won't collect it. I actually don't know how to collect it. So I might just have completely derp and end up breaking my black hole storage for good. To be fair, I made the quest. I don't care about the black hole storage. Right now, it's keeping me prisoner in a corner, and I hate it. I just want to get out of it and get rid of it. Um, let's go. Is it even breakable? Because if that's not breakable, oh, I'm just being dumb now. Charge porter, and let's teleport. Wow, that was the dumbest thing ever. But now do you see how annoying that thing is? Like, that's just crazy. And if I'm here, I'm safe. But here's what I wanted to show. I'm going to turn this off, go back up, and maybe if I throw it, it's going to get grabbed. Yeah, see how it gets grabbed? And it will just like hover around that for a long, long time. So this is really not pleasant, and that's why I put it far away, because I didn't want it impacting me. I got stuck for a good while though, which made for a cute derp, but it's not the best of thing, believe me. Legendary reward bag. Oh wow, another 64 carbon nanotube. It's a drop of water in the sea that we're going to need, but better getting that than nothing at all. So we can aptly say that we have another line completed. So all that we have left is more power, Starline, and Stargate quest line. The more power, we really need the carbon nanotube. It's not going to be anytime soon. These star lines, though, we only have the screw gravity. After a lot of time and effort, you finally have the item to make a nice bit of armor. Caution, use at your own risk. Also, the attract repel is disabled. Wants us to make a gravity helmet. So let's look into gravity helmet. And gravity helmet right here, you need 4 steel ingot and a depleted nether star. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I have a depleted nether star right here. I don't know when I got that. I don't know how I got that and where I got that from, but I ended up getting one, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to show you in an episode or two how to create those anyway, because basically when you transform a heart of a star into a star, it gives you this depleted nether star. And the depleted nether star can be recharged into a nether star, but since I want to use it for the gravity helmet, I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to keep it to be able to make this helmet. So 2 ingot, 2 steel ingot. I'm going to need more steel ingot. So let's grab some more carbon, some more Fe, and let's come here and make some more steel. So put all this in here. 1 carbon and 15 Fe, like so. And let's make everything that we have. So that's 20. Let's make the helmet right now. What I'm really curious about, though, is if it's going to stop the attraction from the nether star stuff. So gravity helmet. Remember, you need to activate the powers before using them. You can check the keybind in the control menu. So let's claim the quest first. Oh no, now it wants a chest plate. Ooh, okay. So I guess I'm going to have to make the whole armor, and I can tell you already, the gravity chest plate also required depleted nether star. So, oh, whew, it put it on my head. I was like, where did it go? So let's put it in here and let it recharge. And while we let it recharge, let's go into the options and the controls to see the binding. So armor workshop, Dalek, dark steel armor, nope, not that. Electrical age, galactic craft, gameplay inventory, inventory tweak, miscellaneous, movement, multiplayer, SMT, gravity armor. So gravity resist, helmet, tool switcher, field. So gravity resist. I don't know what I can use. I'll try page down. Oh, next. Okay. So let's say done with that. Let me take this and let me put it on my head. And now if I say page down, gravity resist on. So it makes me jump higher. I think it makes me jump higher, but what I want to know is, no, it's not stopping me from this. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that it would stop me from being attracted here. So no. Hopefully well, not hopefully. Unfortunately, it's not what I wanted. Let's look at my jump. See, I can almost touch the ceiling. If I turn it on, oh yes, and I stay up. This is almost like flight. So once I'm up, I can keep space down to continue kind of flying like. Okay, so it's cool. Maybe I need to have more than that. Maybe I need the whole armor to not be attracted. But that's kind of cool and I like it. I'm just going to need a lot more depleted nether star before I'm able to complete that quest. So, to complete that quest, we're kind of stuck on everything. For more power, we need some more carbon nanotube and 8 star. For star align, we need a couple of depleted star that we're going to get when we make the nether star, not the nether star, the stars. And then we get to Stargate. So basically, Naquadah. I wanted to show you this. We basically need 64 Naquadah. And how do you make Naquadah? So let's look into that right now. Naquadah. Like so. So you make Naquadah with a Venus crystal and block of coal around. So I have some Venus crystal. Oh no, these are iridium crystal. So what do I need? Venus crystal. And you get those by Venus crystal ore. So let's see if I have any. Oh, the stupid invisible block. It's bugging me. Venus crystal ore. Venus iron ore. Pluto iron. Venus sulfur. Mercury. Venus tin ore. Venus sulfur. Venus ruby. Pluto. Mercury iridium. Venus coal. Venus crystal ore. So only 3. Oh my god. And I'm going to need 64 of these at the very minimum. Venus crystal ore, and you only get those. You don't get those from sieving. Nope. Nope. And nope. Wow. Okay, so you only get Venus crystal ore by mining them. And then you smelt them to make Venus crystal. But I think we can also no, we can't. Oh, wow. Okay, so I didn't remember that part. This is going to be brutal. Let's cook these 3. And while they're cooking, let's make a couple of a block of carbon. So like this, and let's just R this and go like this. So 49. I don't know if that's, yeah, that should be enough. We have 3 Venus crystal. You put them in the center, you put the block of coal around, and you get Naquadah. So we have our 3 first Naquadah, which as you saw, 3 of 64. So we're doing good. But, oh my god, are we going to need a lot of these? Like, we're going to need to dig Venus like crazy. We've only gotten 3 for now. So the other part I wanted to show you is this. To make the Naquadah ingot, I put 1. Not enough. You need to put 2. And once you put 2... What? Why didn't it start? Let me look into it. Naquadah again. Naquadah. So basically with Naquadah, because you need also a block of iron. So it's a good thing it didn't start because it needs 600,000 RF to make 1. So basically, when I put 2 in here and 1 block of iron, it then needs 600,000 RF. And you know what? I have 200,000 RF. Let me go look downstairs. What's my power status here? I've got another 5 million in here, and this is full with 1.1 million. Oh, another mob. Another one. Let's just kill it quickly. So you know what? I'm going to do my first Naquadah just because I can and I want to. So let's put 2 Naquadah in here. Let's grab 9 iron that I'm going to transform into an iron block. Like so. And let's put this in here. And it's going to start cooking, and then this is going to take a while. Oh, just I didn't know that. So it's not even a question of power. It's basically a question of time. So this is probably going to take somewhat like an hour. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to put this right here. And once I get my Naquadah ingot, I'm going to put it next to here to show that I have one and the other. And basically, to make a Stargate, I'm going to make a list of what we need for a Stargate, because the 64 ingot, it's not even enough. Because that's going to give us 64 Naquadah, and the 10 more is going to give us 74 which means it's going to give us 37. And the ability to make 10 more, so 5 more, which is not going to be enough because these chevron and these pylon and everything we need for the frame is going to need a crazy amount. So that's one list I'm going to build. And someone showed me something about open computer. Open computer like this, and if I remember correctly, there's a screen that you can make. So I'm going to do some more research about the screen, but there's a way of making a screen. What I'd like to do is that for the Stargate, I'd like to transform this wall into the Stargate building center, where I will put like a list of everything that we need to be able to make the Stargate, because as you see, it's going to be a very long and involved process. So I wanted to be able to show that as a list. But for that, we're going to need a lot more of these Venus crystal, and we're going to need to mine Venus like crazy. What's preventing us from mining Venus fast though is power. So we're going to make our first dimensional transceiver that we're going to bring to Venus. I don't like having you there, sir. So see, that one I truly believe can have escaped from the mob farm. I just find it weird that I have some appearing back there. Sorry. So let's get back here. This, it needs to get bigger, much bigger. Same thing with the tree farm. And I can also feel a little bit of a lag. So one of the things I want to do with the tree farm is I want to move it away from here. I want to put it in a different chunk with a teleport to it. So I've got a lot of big changes coming. But this, I want to mass this. I want to get this to the max amount of turbine. So basically the 50 turbine that it can be, because I want to start using the dimensional transceiver on Venus. I'm not going to put a dimensional transceiver on every planet because there's no point. Like for Mars, I have enough dash. I don't really care about getting more dash. So it would be a waste of my time. The only two places I want to put a dimensional transceiver is Mercury for the gold. See, I don't have any Mercury gold, and Venus because I need the crystal. I'm also going to need the power for this right here to be able to make all of the Naquadah. So I'm going to go in the time lapse. Sorry about that. I'm going to go into my time lapse, and I'm going to make sure that I start setting properly my wood farm. So one of those 2 barrels that I didn't tell you about, I forgot to tell you about, this one right here. That one's a B-space barrel. And so it appears here, and it also, I have another one right on top here. The one that I have on top here is so that I have access to wood whenever I want and to be able to see if it's going too low. And I have another one here that I want to bring where I'm going to be producing my cellulose, because I'm going to be using it to to send into this to make cellulose to be able to make syngas. Why isn't this working? Oh, I'm producing 1 millibucket per tick and I'm using 3.9 millibucket per tick. Okay, so see this, it's already not big enough. I'm going to have to make also this much bigger to be able to keep in flow with that. So it's going to be a question of keeping everything in balance. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. I don't want to go up there. Also, if you didn't notice, I moved my my killing machine right here. It needs some power. I'm going to have to provide it with power. And look at the range, 1,370. And the reason I did that is I just want to be able to kill all of the mobs so that when I pop up, at least there's no mob around me. So I'm going to have to start working on power. And the moment that I have my other dimensional transceiver, I'm going to go on Venus and install it. And I think Venus is the one that has the quarry from the Ender quarry. So I'm also going to build another builder block to set it up there. And I'll have both working at the same time so that I can max quarry that place. I'm going to need so many of these crystal. I need to prioritize that like crazy. So once I have my mining going on full bore, like really fast, then I'm going to work on setting the carbon nanotube. Once the carbon nanotube are set up to be able to create my 8 poly tool, I'm going to look into making my stars. So hopefully what I'd like to do is finish the tree farm automation to syngas in the time lapse today, or just prepare for it. Next episode, set my carbonate nanotube. The episode after that, set up my create my stars, my 8 stars, and then we'll readdress there, seeing how many iridium crystal, Venus crystal we have. How much is this? Like, that's 72%. So I'm not gonna wait for it, but by the time my time lapse is done, this should be done, and I'll grab it and I'll put it there, and hopefully I'll hand my time lapse on having a Naquadah and a Naquadah Ingot side by side. So guys, this is pretty much everything I wanted to do today. I honestly don't know where to end, because other than these two, I don't have a lot of to show for this episode. But we needed to get some crafting done, and I needed to explain to you guys where we were going, because there's a lot of setup to be done. It feels like the Forever Stranded Dirt quest, but this one is the Galactic Science Naquadah quest, which is going to require a crazy ton of power and a crazy ton of setup. As for, also for the farms, for the tree farms, what I'm thinking is I'm literally thinking about making multiple farm, because right now I think that one of the problems that I'm having, and I'm taking a risk going upstairs, I know, but I think I should be safe because of the kill. Oh, it has no power. Um, Let me grab some H right here, and I'm gonna put some hydrogen in it. I think this uses hydrogen. Yeah, see, it's attacking. So there must have been a mob around, but now it should have been knocked around. So let me go back up and see. Yeah. So whatever mob was, look where it is now. It's being pushed back that far. I think this might even be better than the what's it called? The torch, the mega torch, because basically it hits a mob and pushes it back. So this tree farm, see, it did take everything from it. So one of the worry that I had was that it was too big and growing too many trees and not cutting them fast enough. So I'm thinking of, instead of making another big one like that, going down that way a couple of chunks, setting up a teleporter there, and having this, like making 4 maybe diamond machine, and having 4 tree farm at the same time, because hopefully that should give me wood faster. Oh, last thing I want to do before we go into the time lapse, this charge porter. Oh, I can't. It needs infused diamond, so I'm never going to be able to do that. So I'm going to make another charge porter, I think. Or I'm going to make more of these, because I want to be able to go wherever I want to go. Like, I have this cool concept that while I'm waiting for power, or while I'm waiting for things to happen, to have like a teleportation room, where I'd like to have one with placard saying Mars, and one for Venus, and one for Mercury, and one for my tree farm, and like just one that would always be on for all of these places that I want to go to. And I would just use a charge porter to bring me back to my teleportation room. So I think that's a cool concept that I also want to put into place. So guys, I'm going to go into my time lapse to try and arrange my power situation, and arrange my tree farm to start producing the cellulose automatically, and start making sure that I move this to another, what's it called, to another location. But that's where I want to get to in this episode, and I think we've covered a lot, and I think it's a good coming back episode from me being sick last week. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.